Again, this is a video for Susan, who has reached out to me. She has had back issues for many years, and she's finding now in her yoga practice that she has like a kind of chronic weakness in her left leg. And she's noticed that she's having a hard time activating her pelvic floor and connecting her foot to her core and those kinds of things. So love that topic because I talk about that a lot in my movement template course, which is coming out soon. But I want to try and help Susan with this problem right now. So some of these concepts you would hear about in the movement template. So one of them is this foot to core connection that we want to establish. And I usually talk to my students about it in a staggered stance like this. We want to splay the toes. Our toes are very important antennae and receptors for proprioception. And so we want that nice foot splay, and then we want rooted toes. And then I want my students to imagine that they have like a $100 bill under their foot, and I'm going to come along and pull it out, and they're going to hold that down with their toes. So that's going to help lift the arch of their foot, energize the foot and ankle. And then from there, we want to dial the knee outward. That's an important piece. We do not want our knees hyperextending. We want them, even when they're in a posture where the leg looks straight, it should not be locked. So we're dialing our energy out. That means that it's like I'm trying to dial my kneecap out, but I'm activating my thigh muscles and my lateral hip rotators, which is very important. So now I've made a connection, and it's a very clear connection that I can feel in my body. But Susan, you might have to work on the feeling a little bit more. So you really concentrate from foot to my lateral leg. But as soon as I get in that position with that activation, boom, I can activate my medial side too. So from the arch of my foot, I can feel that literal connection coming up through the inseam of my leg to my pelvic floor. And I don't want to imagine that it stops there. I want to imagine that it keeps going up. It actually encapsulates my abdomen, my diaphragm, the psoas, and then up in front of my spine to the tongue and actually fascially through to the crown of my head. So that's a strong connection. It's continuous. So I don't want to just think foot to pelvic floor. I want to think foot maybe to crown of head is a good way to think about it, okay? So I've got my leg energized, and now I want to do stuff on that energized leg so I can get practice keeping that energization. So I can start to take my foot back behind me and just kind of do a little direction pose here, or I can bring my foot up in front and just, hold purity pose, or I can have that activation happening with movement at my hip. And can I still activate there? So Susan, still poses are wonderful. And then so are these moving poses. This will give you really good practice for your foot to core connection. Then another way to start strengthening the muscles. So that's like a proprioceptive connection. Now we also want to strengthen muscles and structures, okay? And a really great way to do that is with a single leg squat. So I establish my foot, get my foot to core connection happening, just like I did on the other side. And then I want to do single leg squat. See, I'm letting my knee and my hip bend. This is quite a challenging posture. You can do it close to a wall, so you can put one finger on a wall, but I'm just keeping my foot energized, dialing my knee out, strengthening my glutes and my quads and my hamstrings, and of course my calf muscles. So that is another one. So you can try for like 10 on each leg, or always prioritize that weaker leg. Anything you do, you want to practice there first. You don't want to fatigue one side before the other. You want to always prioritize that weaker side first, okay? So those are some good ones. You can also just do open chain. So if this is your weaker leg, you can just do some open chain movements with it as well. And it's a little more work to establish a sensory connection between your foot and your core and the rest of your body when the foot's not on the floor, okay? So that's your next step, is just figuring out, how do I stay sensitive in that foot and bring that into my core when the foot is in the air behind me or in the air in front of me. The standing leg, I can connect to. This one takes a little bit more practice, focus, concentration, get back to how that feels. Okay, so Susan, those are kind of some prescriptions for you. If you go away and work on that, I know that's going to increase your sensitivity, increase your strength, and increase the connection that you're really looking for. You let me know how it goes, and I can help you more if you need, all right? Thanks for joining. Bye for now, guys.